Welcome to another Brownie Bites edition of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. I'm Daryl Ryder, coming to you from CrossCountry Mortgage Campus, where the Browns have put the wraps on the work week. Their final practice prior to Saturday afternoon's preseason opener down at Cleveland Browns Stadium against the Green Bay Packers. Thursday workout more like a walkthrough style practice, as pretty much offense, defense, red zone, special teams all at three-quarter speed. Kevin Stefanski said earlier this week he does plan to start most of his starters, and those that do see the football field in the starting lineup, that is, will play about 10 snaps. The quarterback that'll be on the field, though, will not be Deshaun Watson. It's going to be Jameis Winston. Here's what Stefanski had to say about his number 2 QB.
Jameis has done a great job since day one in getting in here. He definitely has an infectious personality. You hear him before you see him, but he's done a really nice job. This is a new system for Jameis. He's learning like a lot of the new players in the system are, but he's really taken the bit, worked hard at it, and he's had some nice moments out here. Winston
has had himself a pretty strong camp to this point. We'll see how he plays Saturday night against the Packers. Winston, we visited with him Thursday morning prior to practice. He had a lot to say, especially about the number 1 quarterback on the roster, number 4, Deshaun Watson.
His whole life, I mean, when you think of the way that he grew up, Deshaun was built for adversity. He was built for resilience. So honestly, I know he respects everyone's opinion, but the most important opinion to him is himself. And I know that he's working through a lot of different things, but man, he's happy. He's poised. He isn't fazed by anything that anyone has to say, because he's on a mission to be the best quarterback that he possibly can be. And again, just me seeing when I was that age, and I'm just 2 years older than him, but understanding, man, to whom much is given, much is required. And he knows the magnitude and expectation that a lot of people have for him. But if you think that Deshaun Watson has a lesser expectation than all the fans or all of you have of him, then you're shortchanging yourself, because he has high expectations. He wants to be and will be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And honestly, that's what I'm here for, because I guarantee you, I'm feeding that into him. I'm making sure that he knows that. And he really don't need my help, because he has it. He already has possessed that. And I saw that in him when he won that national championship against Alabama. And that game meant so much to me, because I'm a kid from Alabama, right? And I was a starting quarterback in Tampa, got a chance to see him, lights, camera, action right then and there. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget. When you can go out, you can see practice, you can knick-knack, this, that, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Deshaun Watson is going to turn it on. He always going to find a way to shine when the lights come on. It's amazing, because I see how I was when I was 8 years in the league, embracing a new city, having all the weight of an organization on my shoulders, and finding ways that I can just cater to him and help assist him with this immaculate role that he has. This is a wonderful city that loves football. He has people that's dependent on him left and right, and he's doing the best job that he possibly can. And it's exciting to see him, man, just come out there, have the energy, be there and lead his teammates, be there and have constructive conversations with me and study ball with them, and also just help all of us, just help build each other. I think this is a very unique role of me being in the quarterback room alone, because this is the first year where I'm the veteran in the room. So I got a bunch of young guys that I'm trying to get to know, I'm trying to inspire and trying to increase, but at the same time, we're all building off each other. So it's really a beautiful thing, just watching him grow, watching him lead and ball out on the field, but also just the man that he is, the poise and coolness and calmness that he has on the field and in the study room.
And if you couldn't tell from that video or just by listening to Winston, you can just feel the energy that he brings with him, and he has injected not only into that quarterback room, but this football team. We also got to visit with Jerome Ford. Now, of course, Ford, as it stands right now, because Nick Chubb is recovering from that devastating knee injury and is currently on the physically unable to perform list, and we're not really sure when he's going to be available. It stands to reason that Ford is going to be the number 1 running back to start the season. We got to visit with Ford, but most of the conversation was about another aspect of his game, the kick return portion of Ford's game, because, well, with the new kickoff rules, things are a little different this year. Here's what Ford had to say about getting to return those kicks in that brand new play this year.
See, like you said, we don't know. The new rule is kind of crazy, and Bubba doing a good job at preparing us for what we're going to see when we play different teams, and you know, how the rules are and what we need to do. Right now, we're just doing the basics of learning the actual play itself, what we can and can't do, how things look. We haven't really talked about much like that. This is different. This is different. It's really going to be different when it's time to play Madden. So I'm not really looking forward to that.
One other big news item to come out of Thursday's practice, the return of running back D'Onta Foreman. Of course, a week ago, he had that scare on the field where ultimately he was flown by helicopter to a Virginia hospital for further examination, but all is well. He was back practicing on Thursday, and obviously that was great to see. One other note from Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, quarterback related. Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Tyler Huntley will see plenty of time Saturday afternoon and evening against the Packers. Stefanski did mention, although he wouldn't tell us specifically how he was going to divide the reps up and when he would divide them, he expected both players to get an equal amount of snaps.
Well, they're keeping score, so you want to win. That's important. You know, it's an opportunity for our guys to compete, and as you know, that's a core tenet of who we are. So, regardless of who's out there, we expect to compete. And the nice part, obviously, in those games, we'll get some different situations in different settings. It'll be live, so it's tackling to the ground. So that's something that you continue to emphasize with your guys. And I know it's not going to be perfect in game one. We don't expect it to be. But I think just the sheer competition of it all is what we're most excited about.
So that'll do it for this Brownie Bites edition of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. I want to thank you, as always, for downloading and subscribing wherever you get your podcasts, including the free Odyssey app, and, of course, those of you that watch us on YouTube. For my partner, Andy Baskin, I'm Daryl Ryder, reminding you it's always Game Day in Cleveland.